What's the story with Mr. McGrory? Welcome to week 5 of Numeracy News. This week we are going to be doing the multiplication of integers. And back by popular demand, the teacher doing it this week is Mr. McGrory. Thank you. I know. Right, so this week I'm going to be showing you the multiplication of integers. So the multiplication of whole numbers. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do it the SWB way. And the SWB way I'm going to show you is the grid method. Okay, because I think it limits mistakes and it just helps us with those multiplication questions that we might struggle with using the column method. We might make silly little mistakes, so we're going to show you the grid method because we think it's the best way to do multiplication questions. Okay, so my first example I'm going to show you is 372 multiplied by 9. Okay, so I'm using my grid method. For my columns going across, I need a column for 300, a column for 70, and a column for 2. So I'm going to start drawing my grid. One column for 300, 70, and 2. And then rows going down, I only need 1 because I've only got 9. So just do that, and I can fill these in. Now remember, this isn't just 3, that 3 represents 300. So I'm going to write 300 in that column. This 7 represents 70. This 2 represents 2. And then 9, I can just put there. Then when I'm multiplying, if you're struggling with the bigger numbers, good trick we can do is I can do 9 times 3 to give me 27. And then I've got 2 zeros from the 300 and none from the 9, so I can add 2 zeros in. Same with this and 9 and 70. 9 times 7 gives me 63. 1 0 from the 70, add that in. 9 times 2 gives me 18. Then I'm going to add these up, again the SWB way that we've shown you a few weeks ago. So I've got 2,700, I've got 630, and I've got 18. So I'm going to add these up. To help me out, I'm going to put in my placeholders of 0 on each one. Add going down, 0 add 8 gives me 8, 0 add 3 add 1 gives me 4, 7 add 6 add 0 gives me 13. I'm going to put the 3 there and the 1 down here, and then 2 add 1 gives me 3. So my answer for this question is 3,348. Okay? A mistake you don't want to make is when you're doing your grid, okay? So if I write that question out again. When you're doing your grid, you need to remember that this 3 is 300. You don't want to put in 3, 7, and 2, and then 9, because you will get the wrong answer. If I'm doing 9 times 3 to give me 27, that's wrong straight away, okay? We're going to make sure that we're using our place value. This 3 represents 300, this 7 represents 70. Okay, let's go through another example. So next example I'm going to show us is 36 times 74. So again, for my grid, I'll draw that out. I'm going to need a column for 30 and a column for 6, and I can write in 30 and 6. Then I'm going to need a row for 70 and the row for 4. So now I can multiply my numbers in each grid. So 70 times 30, I'm going to do 7 times 3 to give me 21. I can then add my zeros in after. I've got 1 there and 1 there, so 2 altogether. 7 times 6 gives me 42. Then I can add in the 1 0 there. 30 times 4, I'll put the times in there. 30 times 4, 3 times 4 gives me 12. Add the 1 0 in there. 4 times 6 lastly gives me 24. And then again, final step on the questions is add them up. Again, I'll do it the SWB way. 2,100, 420, 120, 24. And I'm adding these up. I'm going to put in my placeholders to help me out. So 0's add 4, give me 4. Remember, we're starting from the right hand side. 0 add 2, add 2, add 2, gives me 6. 1 add 4, add 1, add 0, gives me 6. Then 2 add 0, add 0, add 0, leaves me with 2. So my answer for this one, we should have got 2,664. Okay, let's go through 2 more examples. Let's go through the next one now, example number 3. Right, this one I've got 694, and I'm timesing that by 37. Okay, so again, I can start my grid. Let's go down, go across. So columns going across, I need a column for 600. Let's go down there, that's 1, a column for 90, and a column for 4. And then 600, 90, and 4. And then rows going across, I need a column for 30. So I've got something there, and a row, for 7. 30 and 7. Now I can start my multiplications. 30 times 600, 3 times 3 gives me 18, and I've got 1, 2, 3. So I can add 3 zeros in. 3 times 9 gives me 27. 1, 2, I've got 2 zeros, add those in. 3 times 4 gives me 12. 1 0 from the 30, I can add that in. 7 times 600, 7 times 6 gives me 42. And I've got 2 zeros from the 600. 7 times 90, 7 times 9 is 63. 1 0 from the 90. And then 7 times 4 gives me 28. Okay, now I'm going to add these up. Again, the SWB way. So 18,000, 2,700, 120, 4,200, 630, and then 28. Okay, I'm adding these up. So again, to help me out, I'm going to put in my placeholders of 0. So I need 1 there, I need 2 here, I need 1 there, 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3 there, and that's going to help me out when I'm adding it up. Okay, so I've got all zeros here, just 8. 0 add 8 gives me 8. Then I've got 2, add 3, add 2, that gives me 7. 7 add 1 gives me 8, add 2 gives me 10, add 6 gives me 16. So remember when I'm adding, I put the 6 there, carry the 1 underneath. 8 add 2 gives me 10. 10 add 4 gives me 14, plus the extra 1 I've got here is 15. So 5, carry the 1 there. 1, and then I've got zeros here. Add the extra 1 I've got on the bottom, so 2 altogether. So my final answer is 25,678. Okay, right, last example before I let you have a go yourselves. Last example we're going to have a question involving the thousands. So let's do 6,308 multiplied by 27. Okay, so start my grid again. I can draw my grid first like that. So I need a column for 6,000. So I'm going to write in 6,000 first. You can do your columns after, that's fine. A column for 300. And then in my tens, I've got no tens, so I don't need a column for that. I can go straight to the 8s and have a column for 8. Okay, just to say that again, I don't need a column for the 10s because I have no 10s, so I've got a column for 6,000, column for 300, column for 8. And then my rows going across need a row for 20 and a row for 70. So 1 row for 20, 1 row for 7. Then onto our multiplication. 20 times 6,000, 2 times 6 gives me 12, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 20 times 300, 2 times 3 gives me 6, 1, 2, 3 zeros, so 1, 2, 3. 20 times 8, 2 times 8 gives me 16. Add the 0 I've got 1. 7 times 6,000, 7 times 6 is 42. Then I've got 3 zeros from the 6,000, so 1, 2, 3. 300 times 7, 3 times 1 is 21. I've got 2 lots of zeros, add those in. 7 times 8 lastly gives me 56. And then I'm going to add these up again to give me my final answer, to again using the SWB way of the column addition. So I've got 120,000. I've got 6,000. So my 6, again lining it up so it's all right. There's my thousands column. 6,000 goes there. 160. Then 42,000, again, make sure I'm lining it up correctly, otherwise we might make a slight mistake. I want 42,000, so the 4 goes under that 2 there. 42,000, 2,100, and then 56. So I'm adding all of these up now. And remember, to help me out, I can add in my placeholders of 0. I need 2 there. 1, 2, 3 there, 1 there for the 42,000, 2 zeros there, and then lastly I need 1, 2, 3, 4 for the 56. Okay, now I can start adding them up. Going along this column, I've just got zeros and 6, so zeros add 6 gives me 6, 6 add 5 gives me 11, so 1 there, carry the 1. 1 add 1 gives me 2, add the extra 1 I've got is 3, 6 add 2, so 6 add 2 is 8, 8 add 2 is 10, so put 0 there, 1 underneath, and then 2 add 4 is 6, add the 1 I've already got is 7, and then lastly 1, add all these zeros, just gives me 1. So my final answer for this is 170,316. Okay, so that's the SWB way of multiplying integers. Make sure we're using the grid method. Okay, back to Mr. McGrory. Thank you. So now you've been shown what to do, it's over to you. Pens and pencils at the ready, off you go.